The following is a feature presentation of Television Sports USA, the Mislu Television Network. Around the beautiful red carpet Celebrity Lanes in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, this is the Pabst National Collegiate Bowling Championships, featuring 24 of the nation's outstanding men and women college bowling teams. The Pabst National Collegiate Bowling Championships are brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon. Pabst is brewed to be the best, naturally, with no artificial ingredients, and you can taste it.
From the red carpet Celebrity Lanes in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, welcome to the finals of the Pabst National Collegiate Bowling Championship. I'm Hank Stoddard, and in just a few moments, the top men's and women's teams in the country will be bowling for the National College Championship. Over 1,000 teams started play in university and college action this season, and through eliminations, sectional and qualifying play, that number was reduced to 24. Those 24 teams have bowled 30 games already here in Milwaukee. Now there are just 3 men's teams and 3 women's teams eligible to win those titles. And to describe today's action in bowling, here are your commentators, Howard David and Loa Boxberger. Howard?
Thank you very much, Hank. An interesting contrast, Loa. Veterans and newcomers. The veterans, Wichita State and Hillsborough Community College of Tampa, Florida, will meet in the women's semifinals for the right to play Penn State in the championship.
Experience is the key. The winner of the first match then will play Penn State. Penn State sort of snuck in on these two teams. I think they came here this week thinking, well, you know, we'll be battling out it again. Well, I'd have to say experience will be the key. Exciting match, Hillsborough and Wichita.
The men's division has Vincennes University of Vincennes, Indiana, meeting University of California at Berkeley for the right to play Southwest Missouri of Springfield, Missouri. They completely dominated the preliminaries.
Absolutely. They're the most relaxed team I've seen. They pulled together. The team effort's been great. They all told me yesterday the team to beat's University of California because they're the strokers. Exciting match with Vincennes and University of California. Maybe have to go with the relaxed team.
The veterans are first. Hillsborough Community College, Wichita State, and the semifinals of the women's division coming up right after we pause for these messages. We join ninth frame action of the women's semifinals with Wichita State's Wheat Shockers beating Hillsborough Community College of Tampa, Florida. Pam Atkinson for Hillsborough Community College as they come to the ninth frame, and a strike
Working on a
is
strike.
important.
Yes, it is. It looks good. Hook. Hook. Beautiful. Boy, she had the lift and turn on that ball.
It's all in the expression of the bowler. Look at her face.
But you could tell she liked that shot. Look at this. She just knows she's going to run it out. All right.
Jody Opliger, the fourth bowler for Wichita State.
A little fast with her feet. A little bit too much speed. Didn't give the ball time.
And that's something that is that happens fairly often. A 5-pin is left even when the ball's in the pocket, so the ball is not driving through the head pin.
No, it's not. It's either not the right angle or the ball speed is improper. Easy spare, however.
We go to the 10th frame, and Cindy Walker of Tampa, Florida, a freshman.
How'd she do? It's a
Working
little
on
slicker.
Big strike in Hillsborough.
Is she tough? All right.
Hillsborough now with 3 in a row, 146 through 8.
Is this called rally?
This is rally time of the first order.
We're going to take a little deep breath here. Did you see Cindy? She's going to get her composure now, and she's going to get herself set. She'll take a little extra time here. Look at her breathe. Uh-oh, pulled it a little bit.
I think the picture kind of tells the story. Big sigh of relief from Cindy Walker. 4-bagger for Hillsborough.
And we now have forced Wichita State to double in the 10th frame.
Exactly. Hillsborough with a maximum 206. If Wichita State strikes out, they can go to 208.
Right. Cindy. All the way around.
You know, when things go right for you, they go right for you.
It's amazing how sometimes the pins work for you. You leave a solid 10, you say, holy mackerel. All of a sudden, they all fall down.
Well, the
exciting enthusiasm.
The tells it, doesn't it?
Right. Look at Cindy. She wanted it. She got it.
Well, it's up to Sherry Allen. She is only a junior, but she has been to 3 tournaments. And she needs
Look
to
at
strike.
this, right in that pocket. And she ripped the 5-pin. Did you see the 5-pin? Look at this expression. None. Just absolute cool. Watch this ball. Every pin does what it's supposed to do. Watch this 5 go all the way to the 10. It just rips the 10. That's called replace the pins. We need more pins in there.
Like I had a string around the neck.
Oh, absolutely perfect.
She needs this one.
It's there.
Oh,
Just a
wrap with the
little
7
weak.
pin.
She ripped the 5 just a little bit late. Howard, the ball was there.
No emotion, but you know inside it hurts. And Gordon Vatican, the coach of Wichita State University on the right, a little dejected.
With a shaky start, Hillsborough came back with that turkey 5 in a row. Turnaround spare play. Last
Exactly.
year it was what? Wichita, Hillsborough. This year turnabout spare play. That's quite a record for these girls. To win the title, finish second, and now finish third for Wichita.
So Wichita State University will not repeat as
Will
national
not
champions.
repeat.
We join men's semifinal action of the 9th frame with University of California, Berkeley, meeting the Trailblazers of Vincennes University of Indiana. Tom Urie of Berkeley, California, 21-year-old senior, majoring in computer science and math. And maybe professional bowling.
Bowling. Could possibly be so.
He is really, look at the emotion of this
Yeah,
team.
yeah. Now, we see the style. 1, down on 2. Oh, tremendous. Watch this knee bend, and all the way through the shot. Just watch this. Run it out, run it out. All right, then went the 10 pin. I got him.
Marshall Holman has nothing on that young
Nothing,
man.
absolutely not. The styles are here. Hey, give us a break.
The
Well,
9th frame, and Buddy Lovell, the second of Wilmington, Delaware, had an exceptional week, averaging 209.
we had, 12, 13, 14 fellas average over 200 for all week?
That's about it. In the select few, the bowling was sensational.
Absolutely. Oh, well, we've done it all. We've done it all.
Vincennes now with a 101 through 9.
It's cute. Spinner's on the bench. At least he's smiling, and they're having a good time, and really that's what it's all about, isn't it?
It sure is. Vincennes, I'll tell you, Vincennes University not only has an exceptional bowling team, their basketball program, they're only a junior college, they're only a 2-year school, but their basketball team goes to the national tournament just about every year.
Every year. It's a little hard. Oh.
Tom Watson, the captain. Not only the captain, he's also the coach. I asked him before, why is he the coach? He said, because I'm the only one that wanted the job.
He's the only one. 5 steps. A little higher backswing, but he's big, and see how he gets down at the foul line. And look at his long reach. He stays with the shot. That's why his ball's so powerful.
Final score 236-121. University of Cal Berkeley beats Vincennes University. The women's finals coming up. Penn State against Hillsborough Community College. Right after these messages.
To avoid smashing your fingers on the ball return, pick your bowling ball up with both hands. Carry the ball to the starting position on the approach with the opposite hand. When you're ready to begin, place your fingers for a conventional grip all the way into the hole. Stretch your hand by leaving your fingers in that position. At this point, your thumb should go absolutely straight into the thumb hole. Do not bend your thumb in the thumb hole. Bending your thumb will cause improper release at the foul line.
the Hawks of Hillsborough Community College of Tampa, Florida. Dolores Alvarez, the coach. Don Farrell, the coach of Penn State University. And the Nittany Lions as they get ready for the finals of the women's division, National Collegiate Bowling Championships. Hillsborough was here before a year ago. They were runner-up. I don't think they want to be the bridesmaid again.
I don't think they do, and the fact they've built up a head of steam, beating Wichita State. They're ready for action.
When you beat Wichita State, you have beaten a team that has been to the top.
Yes, at the top.
This is Heidi Ann Dirk of Penn State, the leadoff bowler for the Nittany Lions. She
Almost
gets
a break.
9 and a shake.
Shake and the 10-pin. I imagine that 10-pin looks mighty big to Heidi at this point. Her team's standing up.
The adrenaline flows when you get to the finals.
What I like is the chant we have before the match begins. It wakes the audience up.
And it woke me up, too. It scared me out of my seat.
Cross lane. Hang on now. Don't do it. Oh, just a little bit short.
Well, Penn State was the leader coming to the finals. A total pinfall of 3,255 pins. This is Angie Scott of Hillsborough Community College. She has been a member of the team last year when they were the runner-up.
Much better stroke than the last match.
Much better result, too.
Much better. Penn State sat on the bench and watched Hillsborough. Frontal view, the release, knee bend. Look at this reaction. She wasn't sure. There it is. We got it.
Liz Bowdy of Denver, Colorado. Number 2 bowler for Penn State. She got away with it, leaving the 4-7.
Penn State sat on the bench, watched Hillsborough come from behind to beat Wichita State. So psychologically, don't you think that makes Penn State realize that they can't get down in the early frames of the game?
Well, let me throw a question back at you. Answer a question with a question. Now, you have been in tournaments on television.
Right.
Leading to the finals, what goes through your mind?
Right. Oh, don't do that. Oh. What goes through my mind is exactly what Penn State's done in the first 2 frames. Do not miss spares and beat yourself. If your opponent comes out and has 6 strikes in a row, there's not a lot you can do about it. But don't put yourself in a hole. Penn State now has put themselves in a hole.
She's only been bowling for 4 years. Sheila Kill, Tampa, Florida. Tight line and gets everyone but the 10.
Solid.
What does that mean now?
Well,
to the average bowler.
To the average bowler, the fact the ball looks so good. It was in the pocket, but every pin has to react right in order for all 10 of them to fall down. The ball may have been a little bit hard. The 6 pin went around the top of the 10.
Hillsborough right now, a bit of a lead. The conversion will make it a big lead.
It was a big break for Penn State, but Hillsborough at that point didn't get the double.
Well, they have 20 in the first. Hillsborough Community College does with a spare on the second as we go to the 3rd frame of the women's finals for Penn State. This is Becky Wilson from Tyrone, Pennsylvania. She's a freshman, only 17 years old.
Serious. Isn't she serious? There's a strike. Oh, almost. On the Brooklyn side.
Yeah, that's dangerous, calling a strike before it's a strike.
That's right. I really thought she'd carry that.
Oh, do you remember I don't know if you can recall, but some years ago there was a guy that used to call horse racing and called the winner, and it was still, they were only at the 8th hole.
Cross lane. 4 steps. Good knee bend. Perfect. Hey, we're on the board.
Well, that's an important spare. Right. You saw what happened to Vincennes in the semifinals of the men's division. They could never get on track. And for Penn State, a spare is the way to start it.
I'm going to ask Vincennes what they did last night.
Hillsborough's Denise Rathbun, only a freshman.
Important player in the match before.
She gambled and almost lost.
Almost lost. She's a tall girl, 5'10". The nice push away, shuffle, foot, high backswing, but bends at the line with her knee, not with her back. Nice extension. Look at her right leg, how straight it is behind her. Serious. 4 steps. Little slower on the backswing that time.
And she got it in.
That is spare.
So for Hillsborough Community College of Tampa, Florida, after 3 frames, they have a 21-pin lead. Both Hillsborough and Penn State are both working on spares. Frank DeGuerre, the president of Pabst Brewing Company, in attendance.
And what a great friend he is to bowling.
Almost a 5-7 split for Penn State University's Pam Atkinson, or correction, that is April Long of Penn State University, who was only a freshman. Tremendous amount of underclassmen competing for Don Farrell's Nittany Lions. Not a senior in the group.
Not a senior in the group. She has a funny way that she holds the ball, but if you notice when she pushes the ball away from her body, it's a little higher than we recommend. She turns it, and now she has the ball in the same position that we teach. So it's just a little characteristic that she has in her own game, and she has her way of getting to the line the way she wants to do it.
36 through 3 frames for Penn State with a spare on the 4th. Hillsborough working on a spare. Pam Atkinson, a member of last year's runner-up Hawks of Hillsborough.
Solid 5-pin. Now, why do we have a solid 5-pin, Howard?
I was just going to ask you that question.
You know, the ball is a little bit light in the pocket. The men, the boys in this tournament, if you notice, they play a little bit further outside. These girls are playing more around second arrow. The deflection of their ball is greater here, and their bowling balls aren't quite as heavy. However, that's an easy spare. If we talk about sparing and not beating ourselves, that ball was she stroked the ball much better, and the ball finished a little on the end.
Hillsborough now with a 21-pin lead. Both Penn State and Hillsborough working on spares as we go to the 5th frame. And the 2 anchor people come to the line.
We
Penn
have a
State
left
first, Valerie Bright.
Little left-hander. Oh, she turns the ball out. Wasn't that an excellent shot?
Powerful ball. Don Farrell, the head coach of the Nittany Lions at Penn State, happy with what he has just witnessed, and now looks for his club to double up.
Don't you know that Hillsborough is thinking we started with 2 opens, came back to beat Wichita?
Now this girl, Cindy Walker, was the one that personally buried Wichita State.
Absolutely. And look at this. She's on line.
She hasn't done anything but thrown strikes since she came to the finals.
Isn't it fun to see people react when you get a strike and the team is applauding her? Hillsborough thinking about the Penn State 2 opens, now the strike in the 5th frame. This is a big, big frame for Penn State right here.
Heidi and Dirk looking for a double.
How's it look, Howard?
Too tight.
Too tight. Almost carried.
Oh, that, but almost left at 310.
To be on the bench and watch your teammates and your opponent bowl the 4 frames under this Baker system puts extra pressure on the players. They have but 2 frames to add to the team total. Cross lane.
She's got it.
I'm impressed with the styles of these bowlers. They all have a nice knee bend and good extension, and you can certainly see that the junior programs around the country have helped to develop into the college levels.
Hillsborough, as you see, by 11. Can increase the lead with a double. Didn't carry the 6-pin.
Easy spare. Strike there would have really put the pressure on Penn State.
Angie Scott was here a year ago as a freshman representing Dolores Alvarez's Hawks of Hillsborough.
She moved cross lane. Nice, easy 4-step approach, and the big reach for the 6-pin. Easy conversion.
Hillsborough maintains that 21-pin lead as we go to the 7th frame of the women's finals. And the number 2 bowlers of the respective squads, this is Liz Bowdy. First of all, the Hillsborough aggregation, kind of just watching the opponents, and Liz Bowdy to the line.
How serious can we be?
She dropped it.
Dropped a little bit.
She can drop it like that all the time.
Good roll. And the enthusiasm begins to build. We're running out of frames.
Hillsborough's 7th. Sheila Kill. going to have to go to the power side. It doesn't carry him all. The interesting story about Hillsborough is the fact that Terry Yoshihara was a member of this Hillsborough club, and a week ago she came down with the measles. And what the sad part about that is that she averages 185, Terry does, and that's a tough act to follow.
Started bowling at age 28, Sheila.
Hillsborough's lead.
4 steps. What do we do here?
Is in jeopardy.
Just a little bit pull to the left, and all of a sudden,
it's tight.
The match is becoming tighter. If you're a bowler who has the problem of rolling a reverse hook, or back of it, it's sometimes called, with your thumb at 2 o'clock and your fingers at 8, and you would like to correct this, fingers at 8, thumb at 2, you must just simply rotate the ball around, having your fingers now in the 4 o'clock position, your thumb is now in the 10 o'clock position, and now when you swing the ball, your fingers are behind the ball. At the point of release, your thumb will come out. You will lift with your fingers, giving the ball that slight hooking action to improve your score.
We go to the 8th frame of the finals, Penn State and Becky Wilson, the number 3 bowler in the lineup.
Holds the ball just a little higher than waist high, but nice, easy push away. And I am so impressed with these kids and what they bend their knees.
Big strike to Penn State. They have now drawn even and maybe gone up by a pin.
The ball speed was perfect because we have not seen many trip 4 pins this week in this house. And her ball speed was just slow enough to get that 7 pin off the wall and trip the 4.
Again, another David Goliath situation. Penn State with 51,000 students, Hillsborough with only 12,000
Isn't that amazing? Well, we need a strike here, Hillsborough. She's been a strong player. Right in the pocket. Look at the reaction. The team bowling is tremendous.
We are going down to the wire with this one as we go to the 9th frame, and the number 4 bowler for Penn State, April Long, the freshman, will step to the line.
And we have the freshman on the line.
It's a lot of pressure.
When she pushes the ball out, she gets the ball in play right. And she turns her hand. Let's see how she does.
Coming in high. And got away with it.
Force the ball just a little bit. I would imagine under that circumstance it would be quite easy to force the ball, wouldn't you, Howard?
Absolutely.
What are we, within 1 pin?
Well, it's close. It's 1 pin lead for Hillsborough. These kids have worked long and hard to get here.
Right. A lot of practice and preparation before they came. They've had a great time all week, though. The red carpet is a beautiful center. Cross lane for the 4-7.
Got it.
Okay. Pick up your spares.
Well, a 9th frame spare for Penn State. That gives them 144 through 8. Hillsborough working in the 9th frame.
And
working on a strike. The double here would give Hillsborough an 11-pin lead.
Right. She rushed just a little bit.
And didn't get away with it at all.
She'd like to bring that ball back.
That's Pam Atkinson from Largo, Florida.
She'd like to bring that back. It's not over. We still have the 10th frame, and remember our Tiger Cindy. She came right out there and 3 in a row.
Against Wichita State in the finals.
Right. Well, it'd be wonderful if she picked this up.
I think she would be smart to go after
the 2 pins.
The 2 pins and get the count. She's taking a shot at it.
It was a nice ball.
Good try. So Hillsborough falls behind with 144 in the 8th, 153 through 9, and Penn State now with an 11-pin lead. Penn State's Valerie Bright, I should tell you. Again, as I mentioned with Mike Stout of Vincennes, Valerie Bright will learn by the time this program is aired that she is the most valuable player for the women's division, average 190.
That ball over. The reaction to the crowd is tremendous. Look at this reaction. Is it going to be there? She's not sure it's going to get there. All right, it's there. Give me that strike.
Big one.
Yeah. A double here will
This strike will put it out.
Fast approach.
Got them all. It's all over. Now she has to. No, she's not really over. Yeah, it is over. Even if she fouls now, it's still 184, and the best that Hillsborough can get is 183.
Down the lane, just a great break, right through the heart of the pins. Every pin, the 2-pin, 3-pin gets the 10-pin. Bang.
Unfortunately for Hillsborough, Cindy Walker will not be able to work her magic because it doesn't matter. But Penn State, Valerie Bright, the MVP for the women, all week long, delivers in the clutch with a double in the 10th frame. Penn State already a winner in the women's division by 12 pins over Hillsborough Community College of Tampa, Florida. The men's finals will be involving these two squads. First of all, Southwest Missouri State University and their head coach, Bill Chapman, and University of California at Berkeley. Their coach is, unfortunately for this young man, one of their own players, Tom Watson. California, Berkeley. We'll start things off on the left side of the pair. Carl Sukahara of California, Berkeley. It all comes down to one more game, Loa.
He keeps the ball light. We talked about the little tickle strikes they've gotten all week, and he certainly did that in the previous game. Absolutely crushed him.
That was what is known in the trade as a power ball.
That was a ripper. The 5-pin went all the way to 67. Wham, wham. Watch this 5-pin. Just blows that 7 right out of there. Now we have Brent.
Brent McMahon, Southwest
Nice
Missouri
stroke.
State.
Beautiful.
Strike to strike.
He's glad that frame's over.
Yeah. Hey, it's the same thing. It's the same thing when you play football. The
That's
first
right.
hit relieves
first.
the tension. Maybe he just relieved a little tension there.
Right. Now we have Eric.
Eric Lyman, 20-year-old junior, majoring in civil engineering.
Holds the ball waist high. Look how really concentrating. Look at this. Nice knee bend. Look at the stroke. Hit the 4-pin.
Big bird come through.
Right, the big bird. We haven't seen many trip 4-pins, but the ball speed, nice arm swing, and the knee bend, head down all the way. Yes, he's just excited. Look at this. All right.
Second man is Tyler Jenkins of Springfield.
Oh, a little
Missouri.
pull. Go Brooklyn. Oh, what do we call that? That's
Mess.
the big Greek church. That's
call
what
it?
that's called, the Greek church, and I'll tell you what, you see that when you least expect it, and he'll stand to the left, and he'll go cross lane, and hopefully he'll slide the 6-pin into the 4-7. You can pick it up. That's a shame.
He got the majority, but still leaves 2 standing, and Southwest Missouri State is open in the second.
The encouragement from his team is overwhelming. He leaves the Greek church, and they all welcome him back.
Fortunately.
Right.
Number 3 bowler for University of California, Berkeley is Ray Salas, the freshman. Looking for 3.
Absolutely perfect ball speed. Take a big lead.
University of Cal, Berkeley with 3 in a row. I would think that he
Look
is
at
happy.
the excitement. All right, run him out. Okay, give it to me. Mark it down.
In case you didn't see the first sigh of relief, here's the second one. David Buff.
How's this? Little cranker there. Bring it back, David. Light with the park at 245.
Southwest Missouri State, after 18 games before the morning round, or including the morning round, shot 37-74.
For a how many pin lead?
222 pin lead over University of California, Berkeley.
They outdistanced the field. Oh, hurry ball. Oh, right in the oil. The ball didn't hook. You know, we could talk about, okay, he didn't move his feet enough right, and the ball just gets in the oil on the left side, and if you notice, the ball just doesn't want to move. So watch, just clean chop. That's difficult. I could ask him to do that, and he couldn't do it.
Southwest Missouri State looking to come back against University of California, Berkeley. When we resume, the finals will continue of the National Collegiate Bowling Championships from Milwaukee.
The first step of your approach is the most important to make certain that you're in time at the foul line. For those of you who take a three-step approach, make certain that you move the ball first and then walk to that swing for your three-step approach. For those of you who take four-step, the ball is to the right, your right foot and ball move at the same time. Push the ball out into a free, easy swing. If you take a five-step approach, it's nothing more than a jazzed-up four. You hold the ball in the same position. Your left foot moves first. Now you just walk into your four-step approach to make you in time at the foul line for higher scores.
Tom Huey, the senior from the University of California, Berkeley, had an incredible week, averaging 210.
You could talk about the advantage maybe that the University of California have because they bowled on the lanes earlier. Okay, Missouri sits in the wings and waits. Nice ball speed.
A solid 10 pin.
Looked perfect, didn't it?
And it would appear, after that ball was released, that University of Cal Berkeley would have had 4 in a row.
Isn't it cute? Missouri State's rooting for him and wanted him to carry a strike, and the players from Missouri State told me that they really think that California is the strokers. Cross lane for the 10 pin.
Southwest Missouri State now trailing by 45 sticks as we go to the fourth frame.
Mark Hill.
Mark is going to have to get the Bears off and running, and now is the right time.
Right. I asked him what he thinks about before he bowls. He says, I don't worry about it. When I get up there, I'm ready.
He also wants to
Boy,
become
he
a
sure
psychologist.
turns that over. Oh, we've seen the Greek church, and now we have the 4, 7, 9, 10.
You know why he told you that? He told you that because his ambition in life is to be a psychologist.
Oh, I see.
Seriously.
He probably did say that to me.
Yeah.
Well, he could possibly pick this up. If he moves to the right, and he could slide the 4 pin into the 9, 10. It's a nice approach. He really turns the ball over. Oh, he went for it. Nice try, Mark.
He really had no choice. He had to go for it. Southwest Missouri State's Bears with 41 marks through 4 frames, 41 pins, and University of Cal Berkeley leading now by 58.
And here comes our player coach,
Tom Watson,
who struck out in the last game. Nice 5-step approach. Nice arm swing. A little high on the backswing. A little late. Took a shot.
they are throwing tanks. Things are working very well for University of California, Berkeley's Bears. Both teams nicknamed the Bears.
The Bears.
And Cal Berkeley right now is throwing that ball like a bear.
It's an early lead. And a big lead.
58 pins.
All the way around the ball. Does he get a lot of turn on the ball?
Greg Shields.
Soft
the
little
strike.
kiss with the 10 pin. It's like dynamite. If you had to roll a perfect shot, you'd certainly want several of those.
Cal Berkeley, as you see, leading by 58. They finished first in the Las Vegas Invitational in 78. Southwest Missouri, no stranger to titles. They won the National Collegiate Match Game Championship this year.
All of these players use a relaxed fingertip ball. Most of them use a 16-pound ball. They've said the condition has been very uniformed all week. Been very, very happy here. Just all the way around the ball. Good finger lift. Solid 8. What happens when you leave the 8 pin? Okay, how could it be any more perfect other than the fact when the ball hits the 1-3, the ball goes straight back. Watch the ball. No drive, chops the 5 straight off of the 8. Solid 8. If there is such a thing as a tap in bowling, I'd have to say the 8 pin, because it's a back row pin. All the pins are going toward it. The ball is going toward it. How do you leave it? Straight back. Chop with the 5.
Same way when you back your car into a parking spot and you hit the hit the pump, and you wonder how I hit it with all the gutter space showing.
Howard, aren't you impressed with the styles that we've seen today? And they're not rushing the foul line. They all have the deep knee bend. They all have the nice turn on the ball. As we said earlier, it goes back to junior programs and tournaments such as this. It gives them something to think about.
Brett McMahon, who struck in the first, is now up here in the 6th frame. He has another strike, and that was necessary. If Southwest Missouri State is going to make any run at all, it has to be with a string of strikes. They are now on a double. They've cut the margin slightly.
Look at the reaction. Happy.
They're 48 pins behind Southwest Missouri State.
Concentration. Waist high with the ball. Little relaxation there. Uses all the approach, 5 steps, but look at the knee bend. Came up with the ball just a little bit. Boy, their ball speed is terrific today.
You know, when you look at your opponent trying to develop some kind of momentum,
yes,
that is the way you stop the momentum, or it's what is known as a crowd quieter.
Absolutely.
Southwest Missouri State, here in the 7th. This is Tyler Jenkins.
He really twists it too, doesn't he? Oh, just a hair light. One board. The 2-4-8.
What is the recommended eye contact for bowlers just starting out? Should they have eye contact with the dots 4 feet down the line or the arrows?
Actually, the range finders, which are the arrows. Perfect. Cross lane, perfect. It's easier to hit an object closer to you than, say, 60 feet down the lane where the pins are.
Well, through 6 frames, University of California, Berkeley, with a big lead of 51 pins. Just as is the case with other sports at the collegiate level, the polls are in evidence during the year.
A little bit slower.
Almost a 7-10 split.
Good break.
So Ray Salas. And in bowling on the collegiate level, that is the same.
Yes.
Arizona State's men and women's team finished number 1 in the polls this year. Go ahead.
The ball's a little bit slower here, and the ball really hooks at the end. The pin reaction's not as great. Almost the big 4. 2 pins take out the 4-6. Wham, there goes the 7. Very lucky to get out of a split.
Absolutely.
Cross lane for the 10 pin.
Got it. Started to say that Arizona State's men's and women's team both finished number 1 in the last poll.
Right.
Conducted just a couple of weeks ago by the Bowling Writers Association.
Mm-hmm.
Neither team made it to the finals. Penn State, the women's champion, finished 5th in the final poll. And University of California, Berkeley is 3rd.
Okay. Look at that pressure.
Got a ball.
Absolutely tremendous. When you blow the rack like that and the 5 pin goes into the 7, you have the side and the lift and the turn on that ball that you need, plus the correct ball speed. Take a little more time here, old Tommy. He's thinking this over, isn't he?
Southwest Missouri, still trailing by 51, can cut the margin with a double, but meanwhile they have to contend with Tommy Huey.
Pretty standard style, all these kids. They hold the ball just a little bit higher and waist high and 4-5 step and big knee bend. Just a little bit weak.
When you put the ball there, you expect all 10 to topple.
You do.
Sometimes they don't.
No, And there are so many varying factors in getting a strike. I mean, the pins have to react, the ball has to react, it has to be the right speed, the angle, the ball into the pins. I mean, you know, it's good if you leave a 10-pin. That's an easy spare, especially in this situation.
This young man's favorite bowler is the golden arm, Dick Weber.
Yeah. Well, he's built like Weber. We talk about the slight build, the 160 guy that averages, that's 5'9", you know, slight build and a straight arm swing. You don't have a big hip to get the ball by you.
Mark Hill.
What a cutie he is.
This is necessary if they are going to make any rush at all. He needs to double.
Look at this double. Absolutely super.
No doubt.
What extension he has.
Well, they just shaved a whole mess of pins off the lead. They now trail it by 40, but at least they're still in it.
Look at his index finger spread out, and now he opens up his hand in the backswing. Watch him come all the way around the ball. He really puts a lift and turn on that. He wanted that strike, didn't he? And he got it.
So Tom Watson, the player coach of University of California, Berkeley, comes up in the 10th with his club trailing, or I should say leading, by 40 pins.
For as tall as he is, don't you like his style, the way he goes so slow and then this deep knee bend and really strokes the ball? Really wanted that one. And the pins just didn't react right for him. He's disappointed, but nonetheless, it was a tremendous shot.
And Cal Berkeley now with a conversion by Watson. As you see his concentration, look at it.
Just, you get yourself into that feeling, and you just let your body float, and look how nice he turns the ball. That's great. Throw 10 of those, you'd get 8 strikes. Whoa. Nice spare. He sure did. He sure did, and he felt that.
Very dangerous.
That's what you call almost asleep.
The door has just been closed.
Hasn't the sportsmanship here been great? I mean, each team applauds the other team. When they're bowling a bad score, they don't want to see them bowl a bad score. They'd like them to get strikes. It's been tremendous. This will do it, won't it?
Well, it's all over.
It's all over.
Cal Berkeley with a potential 217. The best that Southwest Missouri can put together is 198.
We talk about closing frames. The second, third, and fourth were open from Missouri State. They're inside, 4-pin. You could see it coming, couldn't you?
216.
Absolutely beautiful. There they are, the champions.
And the sportsmanship is Southwest Missouri State University's players go over to congratulate University of California, Berkeley, who have put it away in the men's division.
All right, we're back, and it's time to present the championship awards. And to make the presentation of the championship trophies to the two teams, here's the president of the Pabst Brewery, Frank Daguerre. Frank?
Thank you very much, Hank. We're very, very proud of these two championship teams, and we're very pleased that they could all be with us here in Milwaukee during this week for the National Collegiate Championships. So, first of all, for the winners of the ladies, Penn State, here we go.
That's quite a lift you got there, Frank.
There we go. Congratulations. I saw a sign that said, "Love a Lady Lion." Well, we love you, gals. Here's congratulations. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Love a Lady Lion. It's quite a week for you, too, Coach.
Yes, quite a few.
So Frank Daguerre making the presentation to the women's championship team, and now if you can lift the other one, it's time to do the same thing for the men, Frank.
Fine. And our men champions from California, University of California at Berkeley, congratulations to you. A wonderful job.
Team captain and coach had told me on Thursday that California here came here to win this tournament, and they've done exactly that, so they've had a big week as well. Woody Woodruff is with us, who's the president of the National Bowling Council. Woody's got some medals. He's coming in now to present the championship medals to the two teams. And Woody, been a big week for all the bowlers, and I know we want you to, they can see you back home. We don't want to look at the back of your head. It's been a big week, and I know you're pleased with what went on.
Been just a great week, Hank, and I think all these people deserve a great deal of credit. They represented their universities well and did an outstanding job.
So we've made the presentation of our awards. Thank you very much, Woody. Thank you, Mr. Daguerre. And back to you, Howard.
Thank you very much, Hank. Laura, it's been great.
It has been great. We have the winners. We have some disappointed losers, but guess what? They can look forward to next year because we'll have this championship again.
Everybody had a lot of fun. The winners, Penn State in the women's division, University of California, Berkeley in the men's division. For Hank Stoddard and Laura Boxberger, I'm Howard David saying so long from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the site of the National Collegiate Bowling Championship. When you plan your trip to Milwaukee, make reservations at the new center of town, the Red Carpet Hotel, featuring Wisconsin's largest conference center, heralds the exquisite dining experience, and the in-spot El Ravo's Disco, all at the Red Carpet Hotel. From the Red Carpet Celebrity Lanes in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you have just seen the Pabst National Collegiate Bowling Championships. Two teams finished as champions, but we salute all the men and women collegiate bowlers who competed for the Pabst National Collegiate Trophy. The Pabst National Collegiate Bowling Championship was brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon. Pabst is brewed to be the best, naturally, with no artificial ingredients, and you can taste it. This has been a feature presentation of Television Sports USA, the Mislu Television Network.